Hello, welcome to my Wip N Chat. For those of you that might be new, WIP, W-I-P, stands for Work in Progress, and we're just gonna chat and catch up. So we go for about an hour normally, so grab something to drink. I've got my little tumbler of water here. Need to stay hydrated. Get something to eat. I'm not gonna eat because I'm gonna be diamond painting. So diamond paint, craft, do errands, clean house, whatever you want to do. Let me keep you company for the next hour and let's hang out. I see this as an opportunity to hang out with you once a week, and be sure and let me know down in the comments how you are. I didn't even ask, how are y'all doing? And I'll just let you know what I've been up to, but I'd love to hear in the comment section how you are and what you've been up to and what you did during this Wip N Chat. So let's cover what I'm gonna be working on. So let me grab the sticker. This is a Diamond Art Club diamond painting, and it's called Cauldron of Myrrh. It's a beautiful witch mermaid sitting in a cauldron. I'm doing this for two events for fall. It is Drills and Chills and then Festival of Witches. So both of those events are 2-month-long events. So this painting is a 56 by 74 centimeters. So it's pretty long. And it is a square, so it takes me a little bit longer. All I've done so far is the bottom row. And so this is the first row, or the first square of the next row, okay? So I've gone up one row. That's all I've done so far. And today is Wednesday for me, September. We're in September now, September 7th. So it's Wednesday for me / Thursday for y'all. Words. It is a little bit of a different time than I normally do Wip N Chats. So hopefully this goes well. I normally do Wip N Chats in the morning after I drop the kids off, but the day just got away from me, and now we're looking at like 6:15 at night. So let's do this. The kids are home, so if you do hear my son, Nate, he, my 16-year-old, he does share a wall with me of my craft room. He's right on the other side. He's gaming with friends, so hopefully that goes well and you don't hear him and some of his profanities. Sometimes I have to bang on the wall to can y'all hear him? I also have my two dogs in the room, so hopefully you don't hear them sigh, burp, fart, lick, all the things. I've got two Boston Terriers, Jasper and Margot. So y'all, all right, so I've talked about the diamond painting, and here I am just diamond painting away. I gotta get to it, y'all. Let me tell you what else I'm using. I am using a Munimade tray, and I'll have all these things linked down below if you're interested in any of them. So this is a purple Munimade. I think it was called Peacock. I've had it for a while, but it's one of her smaller trays. So I'm using that, and I was worried about the purple. There's a lot of purple drills in this painting. I was worried about the purple mixing it with the purple tray, but it hasn't been any problems. My pen is from Craftibly. I unboxed this recently. It was a surprise unboxing. They sent me some things to review and to take a look at. So they have these new diamond painting pens. I love it. It's got purple sparkle. And then I do have a witch cover minder holding back my, whoa, she grabbed onto that washi tape, holding back my plastic. And this is a witch cover minder from Coverminders Siobhan. So it does have the magnets on the back. I do have a magnetic desk cover on my desk, so I don't have to put any magnets underneath it. It just sticks to my desk cover. And then I am using my trash tray is from Butterfly Resin Gems, and that's Elisa, I'm sorry. And it's got a magnet on the back, so that's where I put my trash or the rogue drills that I don't know, where they go. And I do have my Craftibly storage container, my bead kit, my bead storage, got that. And then I'm using another Craftibly storage kit for my, this box. I'm using it for my ABs and my crystals. I think that's it, y'all. Got my tweezers, of course. Got my little cutter to cut back my, plastic. And I wanna show y'all, look at this cute washi tape. I thought it was perfect. This is from Simply Gilded. I did look on their website and try to get another roll of it, and I didn't see it. I got this whenever they had their sale, their warehouse sale, but I'm so glad I grabbed it. It just goes perfect. It's got the little haunted houses and the bats and the purple. So I do section off my diamond painting with the washi tape. Yeah, you can see that. Is that it? I think that's everything I'm using. Okay, so let's get to it, y'all. I was diamond painting before I started filming, but my phone, because it's 6 o'clock in the afternoon, my phone was dying a little bit, and I was like, oh, I don't think I have enough juice on my phone to film a 1-hour Wip N Chat. So I've been charging my phone for a little bit, catching up on some YouTube videos, and diamond painting. So I'm kind of in the groove already. So I'm just gonna keep going. So I guess I already asked y'all, but again, how are you? How are y'all doing? Let me know all the things. I wanna know what y'all are up to. I love reading your comments. I always get back to everybody. I may not respond, but I read them all. And by responding, I mean, I may not type something back, you know, like a full response, but I always heart every comment and thumbs up because I always read them, every single one. So thank y'all very much for just, you know, being here and for being part of this journey. I am loving it. It's been March of last year. So yeah, what, a year and a half now? So far so good. I love it. And I love this community. So, all right, y'all, I could talk about that forever. Let's talk about diamond painting things, okay? So I have been going to Craftibly the last 2 Saturdays and helping them out. And we'll talk about that in a minute. Once we get to Saturday, I'll kind of talk about my week. But I unboxed one of their mystery kits. I've never purchased a mystery kit before. They do have 2 mystery kits. They have a travel destinations one, and that's the one that I unboxed today, and I did a video for. And then they also have a furry friends. So they have an animal one. I would definitely go check them out. I believe at the filming of this video, they are still both in stock. So, you know, their pre-orders have all come in, most of them, and they are getting all those out, and that's what I've been helping them with. So definitely go check them out. And I am an affiliate, so be sure if you're a first-time customer, get a discount and use my code. It's Shay20, it's down in the description, and I have a link too for returning customers. So y'all, they are just booming right now, coming out with the best diamond paintings. They're just so pretty. And I'm just kicking myself because I wish I would have ordered more, but I think I might have to order more after seeing them in person. I haven't ordered anything else recently from any other companies. I just haven't really seen anything that spoke to me. I haven't ordered any accessories really. I've kind of been chilling out on my spending. There's a reason why, and I'll tell you all about that in a minute on why I may chill out going forward, but I still, you know, will do unboxings, and I still have some things in the queue that I haven't shown y'all yet that I already have. But yeah, so we did wrap up Oz and Og. You know, that was the event I was doing with Lisa, the Diamond Art Nurse, and that was so much fun. So we wrapped that up. So that event's over, and it's kind of nice to not be hosting an event because I hosted events the last 2 months for July and August. So it's nice just to kind of sit back and just, you know, diamond paint and not have to plan as much. So I am enjoying that. It's been a lot of fun. Okay, so let's back up and talk about where we left off in my last Wip N Chat, which was last week. That was last Wednesday for me, Thursday for y'all. So that was, let's see. So Wednesday, you know, I did the video for y'all. Nothing else, you know, eventful really happened. And then Thursday, I had to go to the hospital for my pre-op appointment for my medical clearance because I'm having a hysterectomy on the 22nd of September. And so I had to go in and do all the blood work, which if y'all are new, you may not know, I don't do well blood work, but I'm proud of myself, y'all. I did it and it was okay. So I guess I already knew what to expect. I just did this, you know, not too long ago. And I think I'm actually, it's crazy to say, I don't want to jinx it, but I'm actually getting better with blood work. I guess because it seems like between my thyroid and this surgery, you know, coming up, I've had to do a lot of blood work. So I'm actually getting used to it. I actually kind of know now, like, I still don't look. I don't want anything to do with it, but it doesn't seem as hard as it used to. So that's good news. But yeah, I went there and let's see, I was there. You know, I had to wear, you know, a mask, which I haven't worn a mask in a while, but you have to wear one of the hospital ones because you're in the hospital. They brought me back and it was the woman's birthday, my nurse that did all my clearance stuff, and she was really sweet. So we were talking and just really, really nice. And she, I did not have to do an EKG this time because I just did one in July. So that was good. I didn't have to do that, but I did have to, you know, write down all my medications and do the blood work, and then they gave me a list of the medications that I have to stop taking, you know, X amount of days before the surgery. What I thought was interesting was, out of the medications that I take, the prescription ones were okay, except for my ADHD medication, which is my Adderall. Obviously I can't take that or drink, I think it's 24 hours beforehand or a couple of days before for the ADHD medication. But everything else I'm okay with, except for the things I have to stop are my vitamins, which I thought was interesting. I take a B vitamin and a D vitamin. And both of those were listed as ones I needed to stop taking a certain amount of days beforehand. I guess there's and I might be wrong, but I think she said they can thin your blood or something with your blood. And so if you're having if you're having surgery, I guess they can affect that. But yeah, the medications that were kind of just over the counter were the ones I kind of had to watch as we get closer. So we did blood work. They said that if no news is good news. So that was almost a week ago, and I never heard anything back. So that's good. They never called me last time I had it done too. For those of you that are new, just so you know, I did have a hysterectomy scheduled. This is the second time. The first time my insurance denied it the day before. That's when I found out. That was crazy. And I'd gone through all this, rigmarole before, and then to find out the day before was really a punch in the gut. It was really just crazy. And they wanted me to do a cone biopsy to prove that I did need a hysterectomy. And so we did that. And so hopefully this time around it works. Not that I really want to have it done. I just want to get better, and just get it taken care of. So that went well. No worries there, no problems. Did what I had to do, got out of there. And then let's see, Friday, the kids had a day off because of Labor Day. They had a 4-day weekend. The school's really good about including like the teacher and service days or the bad weather makeup days. And they put it in the same weekend of like a holiday. So the kids normally get a 4-day weekend when there is a holiday. So yeah, they had off school on Friday. And yeah, we all just kind of bummed around and just kind of hung out. And let's see, I don't remember anything else on Friday. I think I was kind of getting prepared because I knew I was going to be going to Craftibly. So I kind of got some laundry done and, just kind of caught up around the house. I left for Craftibly about 8:30 in the morning. And I stopped on my way there, stopped at McDonald's, got a nice coffee and an Egg McMuffin. It was so good. And then got there about 9:30. And Michael and Amy and Michael's dad, Alan, was there. I found them in the back of the warehouse. They were looking at some new things that they just got. They're going to start selling miniature houses and paper quilling. And they actually may already have them on their website. I haven't looked at their website in a couple of days, so I'm not sure. But I don't do either one of those crafts, but I am curious. Now, I've tried the miniature houses before. Lou and I did that, my 10-year-old daughter, and it was hard. So for us, I don't know. I might try it again. But the paper quilling, Amy really enjoys, and she was showing me the kits, and it's really cool. So I might order that. But yeah, Craftibly's got a lot of cool stuff coming out, and a lot of art supplies, and they're getting all kinds of crafts. I love it. It's not just diamond painting. So what else, y'all? So I got there. I said, put me to work. And so they had me start to pull orders. There's a couple different jobs that you can do. I pretty much can do everything there except for actually printing out the shipping information and getting it ready to ship, like with the tape. That's I don't have the expertise to go in, choose what shipping carrier. I wouldn't want to mess anything up. So they kind of leave that, and I don't know their computer systems, so I leave that to them. But what I can do is pull orders. So Michael printed off all the, I think it was March and April we did when I first got there, printed off all the orders, the pre-orders for March and April, and he laid all the invoices out and on the table. And so you just pulled one at a time. And I pulled one and just went back in the warehouse and pulled all that person's orders. And we did, they've never done Facebook Lives before. And Michael's like, I think we should try. I was like, yeah, do it. So we went, we did Facebook Lives a couple of times throughout the day, just showing, the different parts of what they do. And it's kind of cool to see, behind the scenes and to see what they're, what they do and how they do it. I think it's fascinating. It's really, really cool. I don't never see it as work. It's always like, I just get to play with, the diamond paintings all day. And I always say that, but it's true. It's just so much fun. And so they had me pulling orders. And then let's see. So I did that, and I did that for a couple of hours. And once we got all those filled up, then the hard part to me is trying to figure out what size box you need for the tubes to go in. They have all these different sizes because, as you can imagine, you know, there's a lot of new diamond paintings and they're all different sizes. So, you know, those are telescoping tubes, and so some of them are really long, and then they've got shorter ones, and it could be all in one order. So you have to decide what size box you need. And then you have to add the bubbles. They have this cool machine that spits out all the little, you know, the little pockets of like air that help, you know, like for shipping, so nothing gets damaged. So I had to put those in there, and I'm trying to figure out how many to put in. I would stuff some in there, and then I would kind of shake the box and just to see if anything moved around. So if y'all get a package and it looks a little wonky, that might have been me that packed it. I'm no expert, y'all. I am definitely no expert, but they trust me. I do try to do my best, and that's all we can do. You know, I always ask questions if I get stuck on anything. Like Amy's really good, and so is Michael, just eyeballing, you know, a certain amount of kits, and they're like, yeah, it needs a this by this by this in a box. I'm like, wow. I mean, they know their stuff, y'all. So did that for a little bit, and then like I said, we did Facebook Lives. That was fun. I saw some of y'all on there, and then Craftibly is definitely gonna start going live more. You know, maybe, you know, just doing more social media. I think it's great. I know they don't have a lot of time, and they're a very small business. Yeah, I almost wish they had, you know, someone dedicated to do their, you know, their marketing and their social media. That would be so cool. But, you know, I'll help them wherever I can, of course. So it was about 12:30, 1 o'clock, and Michael's like, y'all hungry? I'm like, yep. So they always feed me, which is so nice. Last week we did pizza, but this time he ordered Jersey Mike's, which is like a sub, you know, like a sub sandwich. And I got a salad, so I was trying to be healthy, y'all. So we sat there, and the three of us just hung out and chatted and talked. It was just Amy and Michael and I, and I've really gotten to know them. And so much so, it was so nice. After when I left on Saturday, Michael sent me a message thanking me for helping them out. And he said, you know, would love to go to dinner with you and your husband. I'm like, oh, that's so nice. I mean, how fun would it be as a couple to, like, you know, go to dinner and hang out? So after I ate lunch, then we decided we were running out of some tubes. And what that means is, you know, anybody that ordered before August 10th gets a tube, unless they stated that they did not want any more tubes, okay? And then Craftibly gave them, like, you know, I think it was store credit or something towards something else. But so they, you know, everything came in boxes. All the pre-orders came in these beautifully cellophane wrapped boxes. But, you know, they promised everybody tubes before the 10th. So I went out in the warehouse, and I did a little bit of filming for my Patreons out there, but went out there and basically retubed, you know, reboxed, took a lot of paintings out of the boxes and put them in tubes, and then took the toolkit out, and then they added the toolkit at the end. So it's just a really, really cool process. They just, again, you know, just thank you all so much for being patient with them. They are just, they're good people, and they're working their butts off, and they're just a small crew. You know, there's just not a lot of them. And the fact that they trust me and that they appreciate my help, it means a lot. You know, they always message me and thank me after. And, you know, that's all, you know, it's, you know, that's all people want sometimes, is just a thank you, right? And you don't even have to thank me, but it really feels good to be thanked. So yeah, I'm so happy and so blessed that I got to go out there for 2 Saturdays. And my husband's so sweet. He's like, yeah, go. He knows how much it means to me and how much I enjoy, you know, playing with the paintings all day. All right, y'all. So I'm done with that color. Let's move on to exciting colors here. 310, y'all. Not that you're watching, but let me pop open my 310. So that was Saturday. So I left, I did that for a few hours, and I promised Lou that I wouldn't stay late. So, cause we had plans. I left about 4 and I got home about 4:30, 4:45. So they're not that far from me, and traffic wasn't too bad. So got home and sent my mother-in-law a text message, told her that Lou and I were coming over and we'd be there. We were leaving at 5. So here's what we had planned. Because the kids had off for 4 days, Lou goes and stays with my mother-in-law, and they only live about 20 minutes from us, 20, 25 minutes. And Lou and I had planned to go over there and have a sleepover together, because I've never gone over there and spent the night, but they have a guest room. And yeah, so Lou and I had a whole day and night planned to go hang out with them. So that's why I couldn't stay at Craftibly very long. So I got home. Lou was so excited. She already had her bag packed. She was helping me pack mine. And so we basically packed the bag real quick, turned around, and I headed right out the door. I was a little tired, I'm not gonna lie, but I had to rally. It's what you gotta do, right? I was explaining to my Patreons, it's like, if I'm gonna do that all day, I've gotta buck up when I get home and do what I gotta do as a mom and, daughter-in-law. It's just what it's what we had planned. And I know she wanted to spend time with me, and I wanted to hang out with my mother-in-law too, and my father-in-law. So we got over there about 5:30, and then I brought some wine because they said that they weren't sure what type of wine I liked, and so I brought a bottle of wine, and then I brought my coffee creamer. But we had a bunch of stuff. We had our own pillows and blankets, and like you would think that we were staying for like a week. The amount of bags that we had just for one night, it was crazy. Hold on, let me just get a little sip of water. And when we got there, she had told me that they were going to do a taco bar. So I thought that was a really good idea. So we got there and it smelled so good and I was hungry. So I popped open some wine. We chatted for a little bit. And then, I brought this diamond painting with us. And I have to give Lou some credit because she did some of it while we were there. Because my mother-in-law also diamond paints. And you might have seen her around in lives or commenting. Her name is Holly. So hi, Holly, if you're watching. We had so much fun at your house. My mother-in-law's the best, y'all. I really, really lucked out in the mother-in-law department. I mean, she's awesome. She diamond paints. I'm like, seriously, she's like a great grandma. And just awesome all the way around. So we get over there and they got the taco bar going. So we sit down, we eat. And then after that, they have a little golf cart. And it's so fun. You can cruise around their community. They have a lake in their community. And you can go fishing in their lake, and a lot of people are like, out there canoeing. So we went for a little golf cart ride. First, we went up to they have a little playground. So Lou wanted to stop at the playground, and it's so cool. Being in a golf cart, you can just pull like right up to the playground and just sit in the golf cart and watch her play on the playground. Normally, I'm driving a car and I get out and I go watch her, sit on a park bench. But no, we're just chilling in the golf cart, watching Lou do, the monkey bars. And then we took a cruise around the lake. And it was a lot of fun. The sun was setting and it was just beautiful looking at the water. It was just really, really nice to get out and to, see a different part. I felt like we were on vacation. I got to get away from the house for a night. It was like a staycation. It was really, you didn't have to fly anywhere. You have to get on a plane. You have to drive far. So they really, really spoiled us. We got back and she made hot fudge sundaes for us. Yeah, so much for trying to eat healthy, right? I had to. I mean, it was warmed up hot fudge. I'm like, are you kidding me? I can't. So I see why Lou likes to go over there. Totally get spoiled. Great food. Lou's been talking about Nanny's pancakes forever. How good they are. I have to try them. They're the best pancakes and bacon she's ever had. They're better than ours. So I really had to see what all this was about. There were a lot of hoopla about these pancakes. So we got back. She made hot fudge sundaes. Then we watched a scary movie. We watched The Conjuring. It was scary. I think it was Conjuring 2. I think it was the second one. So we watched that. And while we watched it, we pulled out our diamond paintings. And so we were at the kitchen table diamond painting, and then we could see the TV. And Lou was just, chilling on the couch. And we watched. And then I came over and, for a little bit. But yeah, I got some diamond painting done. And then let's see what else. Then we went to bed. Woke up the next morning and we had them famous pancakes. And y'all, they were good. And I kept asking her, what'd you put in this? What'd you put in that? How'd you do that? And I think one of the keys is butter, right? Because butter makes everything better. And we don't use a whole lot of butter when I make my pancakes. So I think that's part of the problem. Her bacon was good. I think a lot of it's just because it's made with love, and it's grandma's. So good. So we did that. We ate breakfast. And then we had a little bit of time before our next activity because they have a community pool. And their community pool has slides. And it didn't open till 12. So we hung out, diamond painted some more. That's when Lou actually did my diamond painting. She finished a square. It's the most diamond painting I've ever seen her do. And that girl is good. She can multi-place, and this is squares. She's multi-placing. She's I mean, straight. Her rows are perfectly straight. Yeah, I'm like, girl, you need to do more of my diamond painting. You're amazing. So, and she looked at me, she's like, I love to diamond paint. It was so cute. So my mother-in-law was diamond painting. So yeah, we hung out. We watched Caesar Milan, you know, the dog guy, and we just watched TV and just hung out. And then 12 o'clock rolled around, got our bathing suits on, got all packed up, snacks, waters, and we went up to the pool. Pool was not busy at all. We figured Labor Day weekend it would be packed. Nope, not that busy. There were some clouds kind of rolling in, and we're like, uh-oh. But, you know, it was just kind of overcast, but it wasn't raining. So we swam for about an hour and hung out in the pool, and then Lou said she was hungry. Now, we went to the pool in the golf cart. They have a Subway, a sub sandwiches right, you know, around the corner from their community. And so we hopped on the golf cart and went and grabbed Subway. Our plan was to ride it, we were gonna go back and eat at the pool, but that's when the dark black clouds started rolling in and it got really windy. And we all kind of looked at each other. We're like, Lou's like, I think we should go eat at the house. So that's what we did. And sure enough, like 20 minutes later, it started pouring rain. So our pool day kind of got rained out. But Lou and I went down the slides a couple of times together. So she got me down the slides. So it was fun. It was a good time. I kind of thought we'd be at the pool longer, but it was fine. I didn't really want to do the pool to begin with, to be honest with you. I was like, I'm good. I don't want to put a bathing suit on. Bathing suit season kind of seems like it's over now. But we did that. And then let's see. After that, what did we do after that? Went back, ate, and then we started packing up our stuff because I had my live on Sunday at 4. So we left there about 2:30, and we got home around 3. So I had 1 hour until the live. So of course, you know, coming home, I got to feed the dogs. You know, we hadn't been home, you know, unpack the bags, start a little laundry, all the things. So 4 o'clock rolled around. I was like, whoo, it felt good just to sit down, hang out with everybody. The live was very fun. And if you don't know, I do go live. I do live streams every Sunday at 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. So please join us. You don't even have to say anything. You can just work and lurk. And sometimes I always try to ask for the folks that are, you know, didn't want to say much, to just kind of leave an emoji at some point. So that way I know you're there. But yeah, you can just hang out with us. Love to have you. It's always a good time. And we've had some new folks lately. So I'm glad to see that. Folks will pop in saying, I've never done a live before. I was like, yes. So I'm really glad that people feel comfortable enough to, you know, chat with us and to hang out. So we did the live Sunday, and then the kids did not have school Monday, right? It was Labor Day. So we did not have any plans, really. We didn't have any plans for the 4-day weekend. We just like that. We're kind of homebodies sometimes, you know, we just want to chill out at home. So Lou has decided that she wants to change her room. She's got the pink bedding, little girl bedroom furniture, a twin size bed in there, you know, white. It's from when she was little, right? And she's 10 now. So we've kind of been talking about, you know, getting her a bigger bed and maybe changing up her room eventually. But she decided that she wanted to print out some pictures, and her style is indie. Okay, so it's like bohemian, indie. So she had me print out a bunch of, like, we have photo paper and we have a printer, so I printed out a bunch of like tie-dye, smiley faces, you know, all the kind of 70-ish looking, a bunch of pictures. She put those on her wall. And then she wanted to hang greenery. So basically we went out on Monday and chased around a little bit to the Dollar Tree, to Hobby Lobby, which was closed. We went all over the place trying to look for greenery and double-sided tape for those pictures, and just trying to gather up some supplies to make her room, look a little different. We went to Tuesday morning, and she found this really cute little white table. It was like $32. And then she found a little faux potted plant with like a white, everything's like white now. The table was white. The pot that the flower was in was white. So she's really happy. She has so we kind of changed up her room a little bit on Monday. So that was fun. We just kind of spent the day. She spent the day cleaning it up and kind of organizing it. Because I told her, I said, we're not going to do anything unless you clean your room up. Now, cleaning to her is like piling all her clothes in a pile, which this morning I saw her trying to look for clothes, and she's digging through a pile at the, in the corner of her room where she like tossed everything. It looks better than it did, but it's still like, oh my gosh, what'd you do, girl? But as long as she can find her clothes, then that's great. Let her find the clothes that way. I don't want to dig through a pile. But let's see what else. And then we did that Monday. And then her best friend had come over, Kate, and her best friend was, came over and they're like, we want Starbucks. And I was like, okay, I can use a Starbucks. So they tell me as we're getting in the car that they want to do a challenge, a Starbucks challenge. I'm like, oh no, here we go. Probably something they sell on TikTok. So what you do is you go through the drive-thru and you basically order whatever the car in front of you ordered. Okay. And I was like, this sounds like a bad idea. I don't know. It's fun, but I was like, you don't know what you're going to get. So they were all excited and I was like, okay, we'll do it. So we go through the drive-thru and we're getting closer and I'm seeing like a little white or little BMW, like a small car. I'm like, okay, it's not a minivan. I'm like, it looks like there's one person in there, so it may not be a big order, but who knows what they're going to order. You know, it could be a really weird drink. Or I was trying to look at it the other way. I'm like, it could be something really cool and a new drink that you like that you've never tried before. So, you know, I was like, okay, we'll do it. So we, you know, pull up and there's only the, you know, 2 cars in front of us and, you know, there's that one. And I said, so we get up to the window. I told the lady, I'm like, so we're doing a challenge. She's probably thinking, oh shit, you know, how many people come up to the drive-thru window doing these stupid challenges? And I said, we want to order whatever the person in front of us just ordered. And so she told us what it was. And we're all like, okay. So it was only one drink and it was a venti. So it was a big one. It was a venti chai tea latte and there was some vanilla added in there somewhere. So I got that. I just decided, okay. And then the girls, you know, got their drink and their food that they wanted because, you know, one drink wasn't enough for everybody. So yeah, we did it and we tried it and it was very, very fall tasting, almost like a pumpkin latte or a pumpkin spice is kind of what it reminded me of. So it wasn't bad. I didn't drink the whole thing. I drank about half of it, but I'm like, okay, you know, it's fun to try something new. So the challenge worked. It was a lot of fun. We did it. It could have, you know, gone so many different ways. I told my husband when we got back what we did. He goes like, what? What if it was like, he goes, what if it was some crazy big order? I'm like, well, I don't know if I would have done it. I probably would have told him, no. I mean, at least they told us what it was and then we got to decide if we wanted to really order it or not. I didn't know if she was going to tell us. I thought it was just going to be a surprise when we got up to pay, but she told me. So yeah, we did that. And they just spent the day playing and cleaning up her room. And like I said, we chased around and got stuff for her room. So that was Monday. They all went back to school Tuesday. Woo, thank God. I was like, okay, I'm so tired. You know, just felt like 4 days of like running around and always doing something. So it felt good that they went back to school on Tuesday. What I did was, all right, so I've kind of been on a mission lately. And Randy knows, you can call me Butter, she knows. So if y'all have watched any of Randy's lives, or, you know, mainly her lives, you would see it. She's got this really cool rack in her craft room. Now, y'all, it's not that kind of rack. I mean, yeah. I'm not saying she doesn't have a nice rack. Anyways, y'all. So she's got this blueprint rack in her craft room. She got it from Facebook Marketplace for like $25. And they retail for a lot more than that if you get a new one. I was looking on Amazon and they're expensive. And I was like, okay, I want to try to look for one. I might be able to fit one in my craft room. And basically what they do, it's a blueprint rack. So you basically will hang your diamond paintings from these clips from this like bar and they just hang and it looks so cool. I love it. And you know, right now I'm putting all my completed kits, you know, I have some on the walls, but I have a lot of other ones that are in an art portfolio or rolled up back in their box or their tube. And it's just kind of sad. You know, I want to display a lot more. So I've been on a mission on Facebook for the last few weeks trying to look for one. And there's been a few, and I inquired about them a while back when I first saw them and no one was willing to budge. Okay. One person had them up for like she had one for like $200. Another lady had 2 of them and she was selling that for $350. And I'm like, y'all, I'm looking for like $25, $50, right? I'm looking for cheap. So I decided on, I guess it was Monday. Yeah, Monday. That I was going to go back to those folks and inquire again. Just saying, hey, it's me again. You know, I wasn't bugging them, but I'm like, hey, it's me again. I was just inquiring if, you know, you were willing to lower the price at all. Well, the woman that had 2 of them was like, yes. And so she'd had them for a while and I guess she was trying just to get rid of them. So I got her down to $50. So that was awesome. She's like, can you come today or tomorrow? I'm like, I can come tomorrow. My kids will be at school. So we had a plan to get there between 12 and 1. And it went south, y'all. It went really south. That's all I can say. I'll tell y'all more in a minute. Here was my thinking. So the place that I had to go to pick him up, I picked him up from our house. And it was about a 40 to 45 minute drive from where I live. So, you know, not far, but, you know, a little bit of a drive. Now, I have an electric vehicle, so no gas, right? Now, but it's a car. We have a truck in our family. One of the boys have a truck. Nate has one. And when he gets, hopefully, his license soon, he'll drive it. It sits in the driveway. We have a truck. But I wanted to save some money, right? So I'm going to take my electric vehicle to a 45-minute drive, right? It's a car, but I measured. She gave me all the measurements, and I made sure it was going to fit in my craft room. And then I even went out to my car, and I measured. And it was just right. Not, you know, it was going to be snug, but it was going to fit. I was like, okay, I can do this. Now, this is the first time I've had a car in a long time. I've had minivans, SUVs, you know, because I had the 3 kids, they were little. Well, I have a car now, and I think I forget that I have a car. I've been very impressed with it so far because I've been able to do all my Costco runs, and I'm like, this car can fit anything. So I was just like under that mindset. Yo, it can't fit everything. Nope, it cannot fit everything. I learned my lesson. So I drive out there, and I get there about 12:10, so a little after 12. Told her, I messaged her, and I'm like, I'm here. She's like, head in the alley. I've got it in the driveway. I'm like, perfect. I didn't want to go up to her door, and I'm definitely not going in her house. No way. So get there. It's beautiful. I got to go through it like by a lake. It was really nice. So get there, pull around back, and I see her standing out there. And I get out, and she's like, is this going to fit in your car? I'm like, oh yeah. You know, it's like the magic car, right? It'll fit anything. I'm like, oh yeah, I measured it. And she's kind of looking at me like, you know, kind of like side eye, like, okay. So I said, is it heavy? And she's like, a little bit. I was like, okay, well, and, you know, I was kind of hoping she was going to help me. She did. We both grabbed an end, and we proceeded to try to put it in my car. Now, the way my car is designed, if, you know, when you go in the hatch, you open up the hatch, it goes down and then it goes back up, right? Where like the sunroof is. That's where I measured. Like once you go in there and up, it was big enough. Had to fit in the first part first. And there's that lip that's lower. Well, we try to fit it in, and it's getting a little snug. So I keep pushing and I keep pushing, and a wheel, because it's a rolling cart. The wheel gets stuck, and I feel it kind of getting stuck, and I go to pull it back out, and I hear a rip. I'm like, oh, and y'all, I have not had this car for long. I was like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me right now? I'm like, I am dead. I am so dead. Oh my gosh. And I'm afraid to look up to see what happened. So we pull it out, and I look up, and I gouged the interior and scraped it so bad where you could, it ripped through the fabric. It also was like, it was white. I had like dug into the actual like inside of the interior of the car. I was like, oh my gosh. I went through like the gray part and went into the white. Yeah. And I was like shocked, sick. I was like, oh my gosh. And so I said to her, I thought to myself, I just might have to come back with my son's truck. I'm like, we have a truck. And I'm thinking, oh my God, I got to drive 45 minutes again to come pick up this thing. It was $50. I was like, are you kidding me? So I looked at it, and I'm like, does anything come apart? And I kind of pointed at the legs, and there was these 2 little screws. And I was like, you know, let's just try to see if the legs, because she didn't know. So I who knows who it belonged to and why she had it, but she had no idea how to work it. And I said, you know, let's try to see if this comes apart. And sure enough, it came apart, and it fit in there in 2 pieces fine. Yeah. So I've got this big gash. So the whole ride home, no music, panic, I'm freaking out. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I got to tell my husband. Oh my gosh, I can't believe this is one of the nicest cars I've ever owned. I mean, it's like a big kid car, right? An adult car. I'm like, are you kidding me? And I kept thinking to myself, I am not responsible enough to be left alone, right? And I started like really beating myself up because I was so mad and so like, I'm like, what a stupid just to save on gas money, I did not bring the truck, and I decided to bring my car. I don't know what I was thinking. I just, here it was, $50 thing that turned into a lot more than that. So I get home and, I'm just like sick. I'm sick to my stomach. I'm like, oh my gosh, now my husband's traveling. So he wasn't home. And I was like, oh my gosh, I got to tell him, but I don't want to tell him, when he's out of town. I don't want to make him mad, this and that. Plus that, so I took a picture. I'm like, okay, when he calls me later, I'll show him the picture and I'll explain to him what happened. And I was so scared. I was like, oh my gosh. So, I feel bad because he just got this car for me and I was like, oh, I'm treating it like shit. And, I've done something else to it before. I've like scratched up the rims, I turned and hit a curb, and oh my gosh, y'all, I should not be allowed to have a nice car. So he calls me about 6 o'clock. This was last night. Yeah. And he's like, hey, how's it going? I'm like, not so good. I'm like, something happened. And he guessed it, y'all, right off the note. He's like, to the car? I'm like, yes. He's like, what happened? And I told him. He wasn't mad. He wasn't mad at all. He was like, the only thing that kind of makes me mad is that this is like another thing I have to take care of. He's like, just take care of it. Just fix it and, get it, find out how much it's going to be, and we'll just deal with it from there. I'm like, oh my gosh, that was easy. So he made me feel better. He's like, mistakes happen, so it was fine. I just was like, just so mad at myself and just, just a stupid mistake and just trying to shove it in there. He's like, you know what? You don't have an SUV anymore. You have a car. We have a truck. So, just remember that you shouldn't be hauling furniture in your car. I'm like, yeah, I learned my lesson. So he contacted the dealership and told them what happened. And they sent us a quote today to tell us how much it was going to be to fix. $550. Yes. So basically, that blueprint rack that I got on Facebook Marketplace cost me $600. Y'all, I could have got it brand new for a lot less than that. So, lesson learned. Oh my gosh, y'all. So that happened yesterday. I'm glad that's over because I just felt sick over it and I was so mad at myself, just not being smart. And I just thought, I should not be left alone. I'm not responsible enough. I don't think things through. I just was like totally beating myself up, But on the flip side, the good news is I do love the rack. It's amazing. So in my next live, I'll definitely show you guys. It looks a lot like Randy's, I think. I don't remember exactly what Randy's looks like, but mine's on wheels. I have all my paintings hanging up, most of the bigger ones. It took me a little while, but it's great. You just kind of clip them in there and you twist it and it tightens it up and it's holding all the diamond paintings. And I still have about 3 that are empty, 3 of these clamps. So it holds a lot. And it's really cool to see your work and have it displayed. So Randy, thank you so much for having that idea. I did message her yesterday after it happened and I'm like, oh my God, girl. I'm like, girl, look what I did. Look what I did. She was like, uh-oh. And I sent her the picture of what I did. She's like, oh my gosh, it's bad, y'all. It's really bad. It's a nice scrape. I don't even know if it's called a scrape. It's like a gash. But yeah, so my husband and I talked about it today. And I said to him, I'm like, do I have to get it fixed? Right now? He's like, no, it's not, doesn't have anything to do with the functionality of the car. It's just the interior. I'm like, he's like, if you're okay with it, I'm like, I'm fine with it. I don't want to spend $550 right now. I'm sick over it still. I need some time to get over it. And I said to my husband, I said, I do like the rack though. He goes, yeah, that $600 rack. I said, are you going to bring this up every single time you see the rack in my craft room or everything? He goes, yeah, pretty much. He's like, I'll wait a little bit. I'll wait about 6 months so it's not so raw because I can tell you're upset. But no, I will. I'm like, oh my gosh, he's never going to let it down, y'all, ever. So that'll be it. That'll be a thing for who knows how long. Yeah, it's so bad. So that was my little adventure yesterday. Oh my gosh. So today I was so drained emotionally I had to drive yesterday, right? That I just took it easy today. I just took it easy, got everybody off to school, did dishes, did some laundry, but I just kind of chilled out. I watched an interesting show on Hulu. It's a show that actually Randy told me about. It's called The Patient, and it's on Hulu, and it's with Steve Carell, and it's pretty cool. He's like a psychiatrist, and I don't want to give it all away, but the roles are kind of reversed. So they're only releasing them like once a week. So I watched the 3rd episode of that. So I've watched all the ones I have out so far, and that's pretty good. And I was in Hulu, and I was like, what else is there for me to watch? And y'all, I normally don't watch TV. So this is kind of rare for me, but I was just tired, and I just wanted to lay down and just chill. So that's what I did. And I watched an interesting documentary. It was about Michael Jackson. And it basically, the title of the documentary was, and it was produced and made by TMZ. So it was super cheesy. I mean, it was dripping with cheese. Kind of funny, but I mean, just to get their take on things, I was like, okay, I'm gonna take this with a grain of salt. But the name of the documentary was Who Actually Killed Michael Jackson. So y'all, what an interesting story. I mean, I had forgotten a lot of it and didn't remember a lot of things, but wow, they really showed a lot, his addictions and just everything that, happened to him and kind of when it started and kind of, the whole story. So very, very interesting, but sad. Very, very sad. Yeah. So I watched that. And then after that, I was like, oh, I need to film a video. And I was like, okay. So I got up, I filmed that Craftibly mystery kit unboxing. And then y'all need to go watch that if you haven't seen it yet, because I did some little DIY projects on the Craftibly toolkit bags, the little burlap bags. So if you haven't seen that yet, go watch it, because at the end of the unboxing, I showed y'all a little project that I did. It's super fun. So if y'all want to do it, and it's all done with Dollar Tree stuff. So yeah, I did that. So I filmed that today and then edited it and then got it out. And I was like, oh, I got to do my Wip N Chat still, because I normally do it when the kids are at school, but I just felt like chilling today, y'all. I just, I'd gone to the grocery store this week already, and, like I said, my husband's out of town. He's not home. He normally works from home. So I was like, hey, no one's here. I got the house to myself, and it's been a long time since he's traveled. So I was like, I am just going to straight up, just lay down and watch TV. And that's what I did. And it was nice. I'm not going to lie. It was pretty nice. And then what else, y'all? And then tonight, made dinner, and my husband comes home tomorrow night. So he's got one more tonight, and then he'll be home late tomorrow night. And then let's see. So let's see what's coming up. What's coming up in my little world? Nate's got, my 16-year-old has his retake for his driving test. If y'all weren't here before, he turned 16 on August 17th, and he took his driving test and he failed. He bumped the little pole, the cone for the parallel parking, so it's an automatic fail. So we need to practice again tonight. Speaking of that, as soon as I'm done with here, we'll go out there and put the trash cans out. But I measured the trash cans, and we've been practicing. So he's gonna do that on Saturday. Saturday too, he's got his retake. Friday, my mother-in-law is actually gonna come over and pick up Lou, and Lou's gonna spend the night over there because they're having a garage sale on Saturday, like a community garage sale. And Lou is going to sell hot dogs and sell some of her stuff. Since we cleaned her room out, or started to clean it, she found some things that are kind of babyish, is what she said. She's like, I don't want these anymore, like her unicorn pillow and, things like that. So she's been kind of, putting together a little pile of stuff that she wants to sell. So yeah, so they're going to do that. And that'll be fun. And like I said, then Nate and I will have an opportunity on Saturday to go do his test. So please keep us in your thoughts and prayers, all the things. I hope he passes this time. It was rough the last time. So I don't know what's going to happen if he doesn't pass this time. I mean, you can take it as many times as you want. I'm just saying, just for him, that would be really difficult. So yeah, I hope it all goes well. And then I will go live Sunday. I have special guests. I like to have guests. I do. And it's funny because I just told y'all recently that I was going to chill out on having guests, because I feel like I ignore y'all in the chat and I don't get an opportunity to talk to you as much. But Craftibly's coming on. Yeah, I'm going to have Michael and Amy on my live on Sunday. So definitely come. And if you want to ask them any questions, that would be a great time to do it. Or just catch up with them, and not even talk about die and painting stuff. Just hang out. They're really, really nice people. So I want an opportunity for y'all to get to meet them if you haven't already. So they're going to be on my live on Sunday. And we don't really have any plans, just, you know, regular stuff, waiting for it to cool off. I really should not complain though, because I know I'm hearing that California is very, very hot, hotter than here. I'm in Texas. The high today for us was like 91, I think. So we're still in the heat and we're like, oh, you know, just, I'm ready for fall. I'm so ready. I haven't pulled out any of my fall stuff yet. I'm normally like the first one in the neighborhood to decorate outside for all the holidays. That's always the case. I'm always the first one. But I don't want to look like the crazy lady that decorates too early either. So I try to wait, because my birthday is on the 25th, so I do try to wait till after my birthday. And then I'm like, okay, it's time to decorate. But y'all, every year it seems like it's getting earlier and earlier, you know? They start putting all the stuff out. So Lou and I did notice whenever we were out on Monday, we went to Michael's too. And to Michael's, all the stores, they all have so many, like the Dollar Tree, Michael's, they all have so many fall things out. It's just, it really gets you in the mood. It really does. So yeah, I'm just kind of ready. Lou and I were talking about it this morning because we walked to school. And this morning felt a little bit cooler than it normally does. Lou's like, yeah, I'm ready for fall. I'm like, yeah, me too. She's like, I'm ready to stop sweating. I was like, girl, you said it right there. I'm tired of sweating. Yes, it's so true. Tired of sweating. Just, you know, every little thing you do, and you can't do anything outside because it's just so hot. I mean, we had 100+ degree for, you know, I don't know how many days in a row, but now, you know, California is really getting it and it's crazy. I mean, there's some parts of California that are like 115. And my neighbor was telling me that I guess they've been told to, so if you live in California, I'm thinking about you and I hope you stay cool. But I guess they were told, like, don't run your AC. Like, how are you supposed to survive in 100, you know, plus temperatures and not run your AC? I mean, I know they're worried about blackouts, but oh my gosh, that's awful. So I don't know what they're expecting folks to do in that type of heat. So I'm really, you know, my prayers go out to y'all. If you're in California, if you know someone that lives there, it's, you know, it can be dangerous, especially for the elderly and, you know, just, that's really hard. So yeah, I get it. I mean, being in Texas, we really have to be careful too with, you know, the AC running, and they always tell us, you know, we get, you know, emails as far as our energy consumption, and it's getting like, you know, moderate to high when we start, you know, getting close to like blackouts. So we do have to be very careful. Yeah, it's pretty scary. All right, y'all, how long have I been going? I'm gonna take a little break from 3:10 for a second. Let me just take a little peek. 52 minutes. All right. What else? What else did I want to talk about? I've got some stuff done. This is her tail right here. Kind of, you see the pink. So I'm going to finish like the tip of her tail right here. It's kind of the bottom of the painting, and she's kind of like, it's coming up. So I have a little bit more 310, but I'm probably going to finish this square tonight. I don't see why I wouldn't. So yeah, I think we're going to end it here. And I've got to go check on all the kids. I've got to make sure, what time is it now for me? It's 7 o'clock. It's 7:03. So I have to make sure everyone's doing good. Because again, I'm flying solo this week since he's gone. So I have to make sure, but you know, the kids are older, but I have to make sure, you know, everyone's still good and showers and baths and all the things. So, all right, y'all. Before I leave, I just want to say thank you again for hanging out with me. Hopefully y'all got some work done and I was able to keep you company, and I do appreciate, you know, y'all being here and catching up with you. It's always so nice. I love my Wip N Chats. Love them. They're my favorite video to do. It doesn't even feel like any work. It's just, I look forward to these videos with you guys. So thank you for, you know, spending your time with me and for being part of, you know, my world. If you enjoyed this, can you give me a thumbs up before you head out? They really do help. And then if you have not subscribed yet, it is free. So there is a subscribe button down below. If you just click on that, then you'll be part of my little journey, my diamond painting world here. And then there's a notification bell right next to that subscribe button. And if you click on that bell and you choose all, you'll be notified whenever I post up any new videos. Okay? All right, y'all. Take care. I hope everybody's doing good and staying safe and staying well. I know a lot of people are sick. So, you know, just, I'm really thinking about you, and please let me know how you are, okay? All right, y'all. Take care. I love you, and I'll see you in the next one, okay? All right. Bye, guys.